I'm back with a very traditional Gujarati recipe known as dal dhokli. But my kids, they love calling it Indian pasta in a lentil soup. So without any delays, let's look into the ingredient list now. My first ingredient is of course dal, and today I'm using exactly 1 cup of tur dal. What I've done is I've washed it thoroughly and then soaked it for at least 2 hours and pressure cooked it with some salt and turmeric powder. And I've cooked it for 3 whistles. Once it has cooled down, I've thoroughly mixed it, and this is how the dal should look once it's ready. Next, I have 2 tomatoes finely chopped, around half cup of coriander leaves finely chopped, 1 tablespoon of ginger crushed. Next, for the tadka we need 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 2 to 3 sticks of cinnamon, around 5 cloves, 1 tablespoon of cumin and coriander powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, and 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 2 dry red chilies, 3 green chilies, though the color is red here, and 1 stick of curry leaf, approximately 10 to 12. A pinch of hing or asafoetida, about a tablespoon of jaggery or gur. Now to prepare the dhoklis we need 1 cup of wheat flour or atta, and along with it 2 tablespoons of besan or chickpea flour, 1 teaspoon of ajwain or carom seeds, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half teaspoon of red chili powder and half teaspoon of turmeric powder, some salt to taste, 3 tablespoons of ghee. Today I'll be using ghee or clarified butter, but you can alternate it with some oil also. We'll start off by preparing the dough for the dhoklis. For that I'm going to pour in the wheat flour along with the besan or chickpea flour and the spices, turmeric, red chili, coriander, carom seeds and some salt. Give it a quick mix. I'm also going to add in some chopped coriander leaves to it, about a tablespoon. A quick mix. And I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of ghee and again mix it. After mixing the ghee or clarified butter, you need to of course use your hands to give it a good mix. And finally we'll start adding the water to it. We'll need approximately 1/4 cup of water to prepare a nice and soft dough, exactly like that of a roti or flattened bread. Remember to add in the water gradually. And this is a kind of Indian pasta which is dipped in lentil soup. And this is how the dough should look once it's well kneaded. And now I'm going to just give a coat of ghee or oil on top. And I'm going to cover it and let it rest for 10 minutes before I prepare the dhoklis out of it. My dough has been resting for around 10 minutes now. And now we'll start preparing it, but before we'll just give a quick knead to it for a minute or 2. So here is our dough ready. I'm going to divide it into 2 equal portions and keep one aside. And now I'm going to dust off some dry wheat flour. And I'm going to roll it exactly like that of a roti. After rolling it out, you can see it is not very thick but not very thin also. And now we are going to make cuts in it. You can cut it in any shape you like. Today I'm going to cut them in diamond shapes. If you don't have a pizza cutter, you can use a knife also for this. And now I'm going to remove them and keep them and continue with the rest of the dough. And here are my dhoklis ready to go in the lentil soup. And now we'll start preparing the dal or the lentil soup for our Indian pastas. For that, I'm going to add in the rest of the ghee or clarified butter, which is about 2 tablespoons. Next to it, I'm going to add in the cumin seeds along with the mustard seeds, the cloves and cinnamon sticks. A quick mix, and next we'll add in the dry red chilies, green or red chilies and the curry leaves. Once the mustard seed starts crackling, we'll add in the crushed ginger and the dry spices, turmeric, red chili and cumin and coriander powder. We'll also add in a pinch of hing or asafoetida. Next goes in the tomatoes, and we'll now cook it till the tomatoes are a bit soft and the oil starts separating from the spices, oil or ghee rather, and we'll cover it and cook it for 2 to 3 minutes now. It's been 3 minutes now, and you can see the tomatoes have softened down a lot and the oil also has started separating. At this point, I'm going to add in the prepared dal or the lentils, boiled lentils. Mix it well with the tadka, and I feel that the dal looks a bit thick for me, so I'm going to add in around 1 cup of water to it now. Another mix, and this is what the consistency of the dal should be, as we'll be adding in the dhoklis to it, and that releases a lot of starch which will automatically make the dal thicker. So we'll cover this and cook for another 2 minutes now on medium flame. It's been around 3 minutes now, and you can see the dal has come to a boil. It has absorbed in all the flavors of the spices. Next, I'm going to add in the jaggery or gur. A quick mix. Coriander leaves. We'll leave a little bit for garnishing. And now I'm going to add in the dhoklis to it. And we'll cook this in the lentil soup or the dal. After adding the dhoklis, we'll give a good mix again. Rather a quick stir. Be gentle. And if you feel you need a little bit more water, you can add it at this point. Maybe another 1/4 cup I'm going to add, because as I said earlier, this dhoklis will absorb in a lot of water, and it will release a lot of starch also along with it to make it thick. And now I'm going to cover it, cook it for at least 10 minutes on low to medium flame. It's been around 10 minutes now, and as you can see, the dhoklis are well cooked, and the dal has also thickened a lot. So now I'm going to switch off the gas and do the serving. My dal dhoklis are ready, and I've garnished it with a little bit of coriander leaves and some ghee. This is best served with some steaming hot rice. My dal dhokli is ready. It is a spicy, tangy, sweet flavored lentil recipe. A must try in all your kitchens. You can have it on a cold winter night as a soup, or you can serve it with some rice. And on that note, I'm going to end this video here. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching.